This is the first final. England's Ruby White versus India's Chanchal Chowdhury in the 48kg division. As we said earlier on, the standard really is outstanding, and both fighters coming to the centre of the ring and trying to boss out their ring and own it and show the judges that they are in charge.
Well, that's exactly right. When you look at this right out of the gate, the thing that you want to notice is that Chowdhury, in India, they have had a great tournament. Look at the number of boxers from India that are represented in the finals. For the first 5 bouts here this afternoon will feature boxers from India. So that speaks a lot about what you're going to see in this bout.
It certainly does, and this bout carries on in the same way that it started in both of those fighters trying to keep hold of that centre of the ring and keep control. And the lady from India, Chanchal Chowdhury, just throwing a lot of feints out there. Ruby White just getting the jab out and trying to follow up with that right hand, but this is a very well-matched contest, and Chowdhury tries to go on the front foot, but then White comes back and says, not today, I'm going to give you everything which I've got, because I am gunning for this medal. And White throws a good jab to the body and then follows it up with a right hand upstairs, but just goes over the head of Chowdhury. But this is good stuff so far, David.
Absolutely. I like what Ruby White is doing right now, trying to work behind the jab and be patient. But what she's trying to do is, you see right there, once she gets close enough, once she gets in range, she's going to try to let her hands go and make Chowdhury pay for letting her get in close.
She is, and the two fighters become wrapped up again. This seems to be becoming a bit of a theme, and they are just trying to stop each other from working and showing the judges that they're not getting caught with those shots, which could turn a decision in the opposite direction to where they want it to go. But White is on the front foot as she just stalks Chowdhury around the ring, but every single time she puts the pressure on, Chowdhury comes back with something, and we have got a really good contest on our hands here in the opening of this first final in Colorado. This is really enjoyable stuff to watch.
It absolutely is. And again, like you said, this is the first of, we're going to have 10 bouts this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, each of them resulting, in the awarding of the gold medal. So we're excited about that. But I like what Ruby White is doing, trying to apply the pressure. You see Chowdhury trying to time her coming in, make her pay for coming forward. But Ruby White trying to apply the constant pressure. We'll see what the judges at ringside think about it.
White is definitely the more of a pressure fighter. Don't get it twisted, they're both pressure fighters, but they're both putting everything in as we go to the last few seconds of this first round. And what's great about this style of boxing, David, is because it's 3 rounds, you get to see so much action, don't you? And there's a score. Just talk us through.
There you go. So we'll talk about whether or not the judges, what they're going to think about that. And you see it right there, 10-9 on each of the 5 cards for that red corner in Ruby White. The pressure being rewarded, getting inside, being aggressive. That's what she wants. She wants to make it a fight. You saw when they were along the ropes, the grabbing and the tussling. If Chowdhury allows the bout to go that way, it is going to favor Ruby White.
I agree with that. I think Ruby White did the better work there. I think that Chowdhury did some great stuff as well, but Ruby White just had that little bit more. And we said earlier on in the week, and when we were doing the preview show, that this stuff is about margins when you get to this level. That's what it's about. And some of this stuff is marginal, but Ruby White with a well-deserved points on that round. And we go into the second round of 3 here in the convention center of Pueblo, Colorado. And once again, both fighters fighting for that center of the ring. That has been the theme, is the theme of this fight so far. And now both fighters just having a bit of a look at each other, because they would have had some information given to them from the corners. And a good boxer, a great boxer, is somebody who can listen and put it into action. So let's see what unfolds as we go into the second minute of this second round.
Well, I like the fact that right out of the gate, you see here to start this second round, Chowdhury doing a better job of maintaining the distance. So you certainly know that was part of the conversation in that corner. in that blue corner. And there you see her stepping forward and landing a big right hand. You see already the adjustments that have been made by that team from India here going into round number 2.
I guess the adrenaline and the nerves which we saw in round 1 would have been the reason for the high work rate and the excitement, and now they would have settled down a bit and got those instructions and got that first round out the way. We're seeing a little bit more composed boxing. I think that's probably the way to put it, but Ruby White for a good left hook there, but it narrowly missed the head of Chanchal Chowdhury. But White seems to be the person who is following and stalking her fighter around the ring as the two fighters come together once again, and the referee's just having a conversation with Chowdhury about holding on. Right. Because we always want a clean fight, don't we?
Well, you want to try to have one if you're the official, but sometimes, you know, letting it get a little dirty works for one of the boxers more than it does the other. And if you're Ruby White, you want to get it a little bit muddy to get inside, but if you are Chowdhury, you want to see that. And now a point being taken away from Chowdhury, and that's tough because she's doing her best work of the bout so far. She's landed that right hand in the second round, and I thought she may have been ahead on points until that point was taken away.
So that point will give Ruby White the confidence, not that she looks like she needs much more of it, because she is fighting with every single bit of might that she's got within her. You can tell how much she wants it, they both want it. But White for me so far has been the stronger, more effective fighter for the majority of this fight. Although Chowdhury has done some good work, White has had an answer for her in almost every moment of this bout, and a good left hook landed there from Ruby White, and she follows it up with a right hand and another left hook, and the energy levels are going up, and we can tell you that the crowd in here are very much enjoying this. The atmosphere is electric. This is exactly what we're in the sport for.
Absolutely. As we come to the end of round number 2, ladies and gentlemen, I'm interested to see what the scores are, because again, I thought that Chowdhury was doing some pretty good work and may have been ahead on the cards for that second round. And there you have it. Now you see, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of a mixed bag with those scores, but after that point was taken away, Ruby White picked up the pressure. She's again rewarded on the cards right there, and in pretty good shape heading into this third round.
She certainly is. I think for Ruby White, it's just about boxing clever. Excuse the pun, but I intended it. But she really is going to have to just have her wits about her and box a clever fight, try not to get caught too much, and she will be victorious if she does plenty more of what she's been doing already, David.
Well, Team India in the form of Chowdhury in that blue corner having their hands full right now, and so you know, just based on what we've already seen from
We deliver in 10 minutes, so you can take your time. New Lakme Rouge Bloom Collection. On Zepto.
This is the time.
अब हर कोई होगा आत्मनिर्भर, क्योंकि ग्लो रोड से रीसेलिंग के पैसे कमाना है सबसे सिंपल. Also get up to ₹75 off on your first order. Download the app now.
Ruby White, she's absolutely going to pick up the pressure here in this third round.
Well, here we go, the third and final round, and this round's stopping the same the other two did, and both fighters coming to the centre of that ring again, and Ruby White popping that jab out, looking confident, flurries the shots, really enjoying herself now. She really looks like she's having a good time in there. Can almost taste that decision and can see herself having her hand raised. Can the girl from England get through this round and be the winner, David?
Well, she's certainly in pretty good position right now. Again, this is what we expected. She's coming out very aggressively here in the third round, trying to get a little distance between her and Chowdhury on the cards. And right now, that team from India not mounting very much offense to begin this third round. That's not the way you want to start against someone who's looking to finish strong, like right there in Ruby White.
And White, just before the referee got involved, threw a very good right hand, which landed on the head guard of Chowdhury, and I believe she would have felt that one. But White just maintaining that distance and pressurising her fighter, but showing some emotion and frustration there, isn't she?
She is, and now you look, Chowdhury may be close to getting another point taken from her. You see the frustration in the body language of Ruby White. She feels like she's being held too much, preventing her from doing the work that she would like to do. But the official is noticing it, and as you see right now, it looks like that point that we were just talking about could be coming, and there it is, Darren.
There we go. Well, 1 minute 30 seconds left of this third round, and Ruby White has just got to continue doing exactly what she's doing. And she's boxed a very good fight, a very enthusiastic fight, and she's shown how much she's wanted this. I'm not taking anything away from Chowdhury at all, but I think she's just ever so slightly been outboxed in this contest. And the first round was the most competitive round, wasn't it?
Well, I would have to agree. And then now, as you see, it looks like, I mean, Chowdhury right now, unfortunately, I think is making a bit of a mistake. And now it looks like we're going to have another point taken away, you know, from Team India. And, man, that may be all she wrote right there.
And that's it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, calling an end to the contest here. We'll get the official word here momentarily, but you see it with 45 seconds left in the third round, Darren. Looks like the official inside the ring has seen enough.
Absolutely, and looking at Ruby White there, I'm sure she is excited, but she looks knackered, doesn't she, bless her? She's really put a shift in.
She has.
Now we're seeing some smiles. That's what we like to see.
There you go. I tell you what, nothing brings a smile like the gold medal, and that's exactly what's going to be placed around her neck in the medal ceremonies that we're going to see. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a break after the first 5 bouts, and then you'll get an opportunity to see the medal ceremony, and first of whom will be getting those medals will be Ruby White. You know, that's got to make you feel pretty proud there, right?
Oh, yeah, of course it does. It's always great to see boxers from England doing so well. What a moment for her. This is what the sport is about. It's moments like this. Really exciting stuff. Well, let's get the official verdict from our MC, Ryan Nico. I beg your pardon, she's not quite ready.
We always love an opportunity. There she is.
In bout 1, the winner by disqualification is in the red corner from England, Ruby White.
But a referee, the official